Hello, so this video is going to show you how to enter an event, a very simple event, into a Hub Garden site, or a hub as we call them. So you would have been sent a URL for your test hub, so type that into your browser. So I think the one we're going to be using is test123.hubgarden.com. So you can see here it's come up. There's nothing on it yet. So that's what we're going to change. So the first thing you need to do is log in. So you're being sent an email address and a password. So I think the one we're using is, again, test1234@hubgarden.com, and then, goodness, what's the password? There we go. Great. So once you've logged in, you'll see a page like this. So the first thing you want to do is click on Share Article. Now, obviously, you're entering an event in, but on Hub Garden, everything's called an article. So we just click on Share Article and put in the title. So we're going to put in a completely made-up event called the Claremont Festival. Submit. Great. And this takes you straight through to the article editing page. You can see the title's already filled in for you. And this is the content box that you're going to put all the information for the article in. Then over here on the right is the preview box, which shows you how the article is going to actually look on the page. Now, with these kind of unconfigured hubs, they have the byline here and all these social media buttons, but they won't appear on the actual production site. But just for this test, they're here. So the first thing you want to do is to enter in the description of the event, the one paragraph description, which you would have already done. So we'll enter that in here. So this is the description for the Claremont Festival. Now I'll just copy that sentence a couple of times to make it into a paragraph, but obviously you'll just type in your whole description there. And it's best to type it in rather than cut and paste from a Word document if that's how you've done it, because Word documents sometimes contain funny characters which can wreak havoc with the system. So make sure you type them in. Notepad's usually okay if you want to cut and paste from Notepad, but not from Word. So I'm going to click Update, and you'll see over on the right here, you can see the description is now pasted in here. So the next thing we want to do is the date. Now in this system, if you want something in bold, use a double asterisk. So we'll do double asterisk and then when for the date, colon, and then double asterisk. And you'll see if you update, you can see over on the preview, you can see when in bold over here. And we want to put the actual date, so we're going to put in a fictional date for our fictional event. So the 24th of March 2017. We'll put in the day as well. So say it's a Saturday the 24th of March 2017. Now if the event ran for a week, you would put 2. So 2, Saturday the 31st of March 2017, etc. here. But we'll just, for the moment, pretend it's just on one day. So that's when, and if we click Update, you see over here, it's updated. So when, Saturday the 24th of March 2017. Next we'll do where. So where, and we'll put in location. So let's say it's the Claremont Showgrounds, Castle Hill. So enough information so the whoever's reading it can find their way to that event. There it is. Where. And the next thing we do is a link to the website if they want to find out any information. So our event listings are usually very brief. but we put in all the information they need to find out more. So we'll put in here a section for website, using the double asterisks again. Now this is the slightly tricky bit, how to enter in a URL, like a clickable link. So you need two square brackets, an open one and a closed one, and now in those brackets at the start you put link in capitals, all capitals. Then a space, and then the full URL of the event. So you need the whole URL, including the HTTP at the start. So HTTP : // Now you can probably go to the actual web page of the event and cut and paste it from up the top in the browser URL. Just cut and paste, and you can just paste it in here. But for the sake of this demonstration, I'll type it in. So again, this is a completely fictional website. So let's just say HTTP and www.claremont.com.au / and then it might be festival or something like that. Then you put a space, and then you put the text that you want people to click on. So let's just say click here for simplicity's sake. And that should do it. So we'll click update, and you can see over here it's got website, and then click here. And if you click on that link, it takes you to a website which obviously doesn't exist, but that shows you how that works. Now I've got two more things to do and we're done. So the first thing is a category. So to do a category, you go to a new line, put a hash, and then the category name. So let's just say this belongs in festivals. It's in March, so let's put it in the March category, and let's just it's in Castle Hill, so we'll put in an area as well. So you don't have to put, just put in a couple for demonstration purposes of say 3 different categories. A kind of type of event, the month, and the location. And click update. Now we have it over here in the preview. You can see festivals March. Now on the website, if people click on those, they can see all the other events that belong to that category. So that's why we put those in there. The last thing to do is to enter in the date again in a format that the system understands. So obviously we've already put in the date for people to read, but we want to put in the date so the system can allocate the event to the correct date in the calendar. Excuse me. And a whole lot of other system back-endy things. So we just need to enter in the date. So to do that, you put in a exclamation mark, and then date in lowercase, and then the actual date. So in this format, you go, the day, the month, and then the year. 17. There we go. Now click update. Now for the dates, you need to click update twice for it to appear. So click update twice. You see, obviously, now this is not going to appear over in the preview. It's not meant to. It's just for the system to understand what date the event is on. You can see down here under dates, it's now listed the 24th of March 2017. So that's great. Now, if the event runs over more than one day, you can do that as well. So after the date, put a double dash. So not a single dash, a double dash, and then the end date of the event. So let's say this goes for a week. We'll put in 31st of the 3rd, 2017. Update. Remember, double updates for date. And you can see down here it's listed all the dates between the start and the end. Now do remember the double dash. It's not a single dash, it's a double dash. A single dash will not work. And that's it. Now obviously it's nice to have an image for the event. So let's find an image. I'll just find, so obviously you go to the actual website for the event. You should be able to find an image for that event off the original. Now it's very important it's the original website. But I'll just get one off Weekend Notes for the sake of this demonstration. So here we are. So let's have some yummy cookies. So to download an image, usually you right click on it and go save image, and then dessert tour there. Save into my download file. Now your browser may be slightly different. I use Chrome. If you use Internet Explorer or Edge or whatever they call it these days, it might be slightly different, but it'll be similar. Right click on the image, save it to your computer. Then we go back to the editing page and we scroll down to add images here. Add images, and then we click on add images and choose file, and you'll see here's the one I downloaded. I downloaded another one for a practice run before, but you can see here the one I downloaded, so we'll select that and click on submit. And now it's uploaded to the system. You can see it here, but we need to actually put it into the article. Now to do that, we copy this image bit, image 1. So you need the left bracket, the right bracket, the text, the number, the whole bit, and then we put it where we want it. So we'll put it at the top of the article like that. Now leave a blank line. I always think it looks nicer with a blank line between the image and the start of the text. Click update. That tells the system where to put it. So it's put it above the description. So you can see it over here in the preview. You can see it above the description. So that looks great. So now all that's left to do is publish on our test hub. So you can see up here it says publish. So when you're ready to go, you click publish. And there it is. It'll say your article has been published and the editor notified. Fantastic. So now if we go to click on home to look at the actual hub itself, you'll see it here. There it is. If you click on that, you can see the actual web page as it would appear to a reader, with the image, description underneath, when, where, website, categories, etc., etc. And that is it. So obviously you need to do that 10 times to enter in all of your events, publish them all, and that's it. Away you go. So thanks for listening and good luck. Bye now.